This video is not sponsored by Bandai and their other associated brands. Once upon a time, in the beloved planet called Tamagotchi Planet, inhabited by many Tamagotchis that lived in prosperity. However, on a faithful day, a rambunctious character named Oyajiki, a middle-aged, blatant buffoon of an alcoholic Tamagotchi, got the planet so drunk, yes, the planet is sentient, that all the Tamagotchis fled in their spaceships to take refuge on other planets until the planet became safe and sober. Once they took refuge on Earth, they encountered the very intelligent yet disheartened Professor Bonzo and his joyful, silly assistant Mikachu, who constructed egg-shaped devices that house the poor Tamagotchis which can care for them through the screen. The end.
Or the real but very sweet version of Tamagotchis what Tamagotchis are is basically a virtual pet that acts very similar, but not necessarily the needs of an actual pet. The creator Akihiro Yokoi and the help of Aki Maita in Bandai of 1996 found a commercial of a boy who was unable to take his pet turtle on vacation, and so he made the Tamagotchi, inspired by this story where the whole purpose was that you can take care of your pet no matter where you go. Thank you, Tamagotchi Wiki!
I can't determine the exact reason as to why we are so hyper-fixated into Tamagotchis, but I think the whole concept of having the responsibility of taking care of a virtual pet, an alien one at that, is a cool experience. Especially for myself, who is allergic to pets. Sad, I know. My first Tama device is the Gen 1 Tamagotchi re-release that I got at the Toronto Tamagotchi fan club that I went to with my sister and her friend. Funny that Jamal...
Hello, Mario.
Okay, not his real name, but now, from this day forward, every anonymous person I mention will be called Jamal from now on. Anyways, their first instructions on how to take care of my first Tama was, and I quote, "Just read the manual." So I did that. Reading the manual, thinking that this would be some kind of fun activity that I just casually go and get into. Yeah, no. That hit me like a truck. I have 3 Tamagotchis. No, maybe more in the future. We don't know. But I'll just say 3. And I love them all. Or maybe all of them. And I said that twice. I know. Okay? Shush. That shows my love and dedication. And let me explain them. The ones that I love equally. We got the main guy, Mamechi. He was my first Tama I got on the device. I would never take my eyes off the screen, constantly checking his poop and making sure there were no care mistakes. Rest in peace, little guy. You lived a good life. Now we get to my second Tama, Misconceptions. A very cool Tama. He reminds me a lot of those like rabbit things in the show, and like in the movie, like in Studio Ghibli, like My Neighbor Totoro. That's what he reminds me of. However, spoiler warning, he also evolves into the secret character Bill, which he's just a guy. I think that's cool. Yeah, I also like the other ones, like Ginjirachi, Kuchipachi. Kuchipachi is actually the one, like as we're recording this, is the one I'm trying to run right now. So I'm making a lot of care mistakes, but I'm getting no perfect discipline. I know that doesn't make sense for the average viewer, but we'll get to the nitty gritty later. And you know what? I want to mention this here. Bandai, bring Ginjirachi and Misconceptions back. I know they did that on the Uni with the Smart 25th anniversary one, but you didn't bring them back, okay? Like, bring them back. Bring my homeboys back, please. I had enough of, especially, how do they add Tamagotchi, like, the worst character on the connection? What, like, okay. 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 Whatever. I see how it is, Bandai. You know, love is not all equal, I see.
Unlike Gawaiso, I did not get into the Tamagotchi train right away. You need to leave! I knew about it, but yeah, it was only after Owen got his first Tamagotchi, which you can clearly see how excited he was for that, where he wanted me to get one as well and share the experience together. I originally wanted the Tamagotchi on. Mind you, I knew nothing about Tamagotchi, so I just thought it was cool. I'm like, yeah. But that stuff is expensive. I'm glad though that I didn't invest my money on it. Nothing wrong with the on, but I know I wouldn't stay committed for that long, especially for my first. Anyways, my first ever Tamagotchi was the Angel Gotchi re-release. This was what I really got into Tamagotchi. This was the one I wanted as my first original device. I did so much research, like how to care for them and how to get certain characters, etc. Yes, I did read the manual, but it did not explain entirely enough of what I had to do to get the angel I wanted, which was the perfect character, Kuritan, aka Chestnut Angel, which is one of the main angels you see throughout the 1996 series. You also see it in other versions, but yes, very well known. This angel then evolved to the secret character Fudogo Tenchi, also known as Twin Angels. I probably butchered that name again. I am so sorry. Oh my, was I excited, but not as much as when I got Ginjiro Tenchi. I was off my seat for that. It was so fun to see the different animations each character brought out, like Pukutin when they get caught going on a stroll. Pukutin is also known as Chubby Angel, has a very big head. Now that I have two Tamagotchis, one the Angel and the other is the Gen 2 re-release, let's talk about my favorite character. I don't have one. Okay, hear me out. I like all of the characters I've experienced taking care of so far, except Sabotenshin, which is literally a cactus, also known as Cactus Angel. Originally exclusive to the Japan secret character, but brought back in the worldwide re-release. Not gonna lie, I was disappointed. I worked so hard to get this character just for me to see two animations all the time. Oh my gosh, man. So annoying. But yeah, that's how the Tamagotchi virus spread to me as well.
I feel like what a lot of people fail to explain in their Tamagotchi videos is how, depending on how well you take care of your character, it does change, and it might surprise you actually. Like, depending on how many care mistakes you make, how much you discipline it when it's misbehaving, it really will change. I mean, in the manual, it literally says if you don't take care of it, it'll become an ill-mannered alien. Okay, Gawaiso here. I know this is unrelated to the ill-mannered alien, but I just wanted to mention that there are apparently evil Tamagotchis called Iachis. I don't know, I just came across this in the wiki and it's just, I don't know, I just wanted to share it. Here are some pictures I'm showing right now. Okay, bye. And I just find that really funny that, like, it's just a thing that people, like, often overlook. And I feel like it not only reflects, like, the gameplay you're playing as, but it also reflects you. Like, how are you going to take care of it?
To go more in depth on Gawaiso's point on your care being the byproduct of your evolution, everything leads to something when it comes to Tamagotchis. From the age increasing based on how many times you pause the Tama, to how many care mistakes and discipline mistakes you make, etc. Quick disclaimer. For this part, I only really talked about the Angelgotchi because that's what I only had at the time before I got my Gen 2. As you can see, the scripting history took place in different time intervals. My bad.
There is no pause button on the Tamagotchi. Yes, there actually is. By clicking the B button will open the timer menu. By then pressing A and C at the same time will also put it on set mode. This is a sort of pseudo pause because it is really for changing the time for your Tama, but it's still helpful regardless. You can unpause it by setting the time again and confirming with the C button.
The Angelgotchi attention icon only stays for 15 minutes. So funny story about this, I was trying to get Ginjiro Tenchi and I realized the multiple guides I looked at were wrong with the info they provided on how to get this character. I found out through the Tama wiki lol. Basically, I'm supposed to get this character by getting the good version of the teen and having several care mistakes because I am someone who usually takes care of my Tamas well. I was looking to see when I could feed it one time and play with it only one time. It took 20 minutes for the attention icon to go down.
You cannot mute your Tamagotchi. Yes, you can mute your Tamagotchi. Pressing the A and C button at the same time will mute your Tama. You will know if you do it right if it makes a sound before it mutes itself. The method to unmute your Tama is the same.
The Angelgotchi I had died at age 30. Bro, how? Despite me taking very good care of my angel, the most it lasted was 11 days, and that was for the secret characters. Ginjiro Tenchi was literally 9 days. I will fight anyone who says I probably didn't take care of it well. I did. I took care of all its needs before it even beeped at me. I know I did a good job because I always get the good end. So don't even dare, you Tama scholars. Don't even dare. P.S. I actually found out that the age limit is pre-programmed, so they only have a set amount of days to live. Woohoo me!
Overfeeding your Tama with snacks won't kill it. Yes! On new releases of the Tamagotchi, overfeeding your Tama with snacks will kill your Tamagotchi even as early as the baby stage. I'm gonna be honest, I think this is just a Tamagotchi addiction or hyperfixation that Santa and I are passionate to talk about right now, since we got into it recently. Well, you know, thanks to the Toronto Tamagotchi Club. I'll put their link in the description.
Overall, we just wanted to share our current niche hobby with you guys. Honestly, after having an Angelgotchi for a month and getting 2 more Tamagotchi series on the way, quick disclaimer, I already have one of them, which is the Gen 2 like I mentioned, and the other one is the Paradise. I won't deny it's still overwhelming thinking about taking care of 3 pets. But honestly, I also am a sucker for seeing these little guys just being their funny selves. I love the nostalgia it brings back even though I never had one as a kid. I stole someone else's and just kept it in a chest like the crow brain I was. Don't steal, peeps. I'm not saying what I did was good by any means. But that don't count. I also just think the experience is nice when things in this world get tough and we have to be fully fledged adults who know what they're doing. We can just allow ourselves moments like these to be a child again.